Okay guys, Swiss Moise de Lani Python di nada sana. Actually, in this session we are going to cover how you can print, download or export invoice into PDF in React.js. So this is a quick demonstration of what you should expect at the end of this session. You can see this, we assume that this is our customer invoice and they want our customer to print or to download. So once a customer click print here, you can see this is a preview and the customer can choose custom. Maybe he or she wants to print the first page. Okay, print, let's call our PDF invoice, then save, just repress. So when you go on your desktop, open it, you can see how beautiful is your customer invoice looking, which has been printed by React.js. Okay, so this is what you should expect, but this is sometimes a very difficult concept for beginner and for intermediate in React.js. But what I'm going to do here, I'll not will not actually render a big page like this. We are going to do something small like this. Okay, as you can see here, it is print/download invoice. So when a user click this button, you can see this is more text will be printed. So the idea is to print a specific section or a specific div, to print a specific HTML div. As you can see here, only this div is set to be printed. Also here you can see we print from here up to here. We don't print the whole page. We don't print the two buttons. So I'm going to teach you in a very simplified way, and we are going to print only this section. I assume that on this div you will put your customer invoice and print it. So I think this is a very clear, short, clear explanation on how and what we are going to do. So if you are new in React.js and this is your first video to watch on YouTube, so this is a quick guide on how you can install React.js. First of all, you will need to download Node.js and install it. After installation of Node.js, make sure you are able to see Node.js version by typing node-v. I am using Node.js version 18.121, so that's okay. After installing Node.js, you'll need to install npm install create react app. After that, you will need to be able to check the version of create react app command. Okay, you can see my version is 5.0.1. okay, then after you'll need to create your React.js project by running command create react app, then the name of your project. For my case, the project name is web and it is located somewhere here. I can show you in music. You can see web, right? So after running that command, you will need to install React to print by running this command on your project. Okay, let me show you something here. I'm using VS Code, so I assume let me close this. Okay, after actual creating your project, you will need to open it by using VS Code. So if you have not installed VS Code, I please beg you to install it. After that, you need to open the terminal. Okay, new terminal. So here on your terminal, you will need to copy this command. You will need to type this command npm install save react to print, so as you can install react to print only on your project folder, not globally in your whole computer. So that is an idea. So I hope this is going to be one of a beautiful tutorial, because even if you are beginner, this is a complete guide to be where we are so as we can begin the journey. I think that's okay. After that, uh, let me remove everything here. Let me delete it. Let me do something like this. Let me put up. Okay. Okay, let me remove this. Another thing you will need to install, you'll need to install React Router DOM. Okay. You'll need to install React Router DOM. Okay. That's perfect. So when I come here, first of all, if I refresh this, okay, first of all, we need to run our React.js application, npm start. Okay, we need to run so this is our React.js. I hope if you were able to successfully install React.js in your computer, it is running like this. Okay, so that's perfect. So after that, what we needed to do here, so for let me remove this. Okay, also let me remove this. Perfect. So here is your project structure. I have downloaded Bootstrap 5 and I have put them in a directory with the name CSS. So here in source, so this is actually your project structure after installing React.js. So once you click on source, you can see, I hope you don't have CSS and you don't have components. So create the two folder. Inside this CSS, I have bootstrap.mini.css and I have invoice.css, which was actually for styling our invoice. Okay, so if you don't mind, I'll provide the resources. I'll provide the link of my GitHub repo so as you can download them from my GitHub account. That's perfect. This is index.js. We have seen it. So here in component, create file with name home. Okay, so let me delete everything. And I will want you to create a file with the name home.js. So here I type something like this. Okay, perfect. So this is home. After that, let us open index.js. So here in index.js, we actually need to create a function, a router for our application, and inside that router we are going to specify the roots of our application. And if you are familiar with the backend framework like Django, Laravel, and CodeIgniter, you know how to specify the routes of your web application. So this is actual what is going to happen. It's the same as when we specify the routes for React.js. Like how we specify the routes for Laravel, for CodeIgniter, for Django, for Flask, and whatever. So this is how to do it. So we create a function. So this is our function. As I told you that, make sure you remember to install React Router DOM. Okay, that's perfect. Then after inside we need to specify the route of our application. Okay, so let's do something like this. So our first route will be so our first route will be let me put something like this. So put the path, and then we specify the element. Okay, so it should be something like this. Perfect. We have clearly defined the one route for our application, which is at the at the root of our web application. So let's come up here and do something like that. So that's perfect. So you can see, so if we do something like this, you can see nothing because this route is not found in our React.js web application. So after successful creating home, okay, here what we needed to do actually is let us import home. So import home from components home. That's perfect. Then after, let us copy this. Then let us define home. So this will actually help you to optimize your web application. Don't load everything in your home, in your app component. Okay, so this will seriously optimize the performance of your web application, because some React.js developer tends to load everything in one component, which is app component. That's very bad performance wise when performance comes into a picture. So here, as long as we have defined our route home, so once I come here, you can see home. That's perfect, and this is actually what I wanted. So after specifying the route for our home component, what we are actually going to do here is we are going to start to put the button, print button, and specify the div to be printed. But before we proceed, we need to import React to print. Okay, perfect. But also we need to import hook. use ref hook. Okay, I think that's enough. And here const component use ref. Okay, we also need const handle print. Perfect. As I told you that what we are actually going to do is to specify the div we want to print. We don't want to print the whole page. We don't want to print everything. We want to print only a specific division, a specific area where our customer invoice has been displayed. So here does specify this. So let's say this is class name. That's okay. Let me say this is container. Okay. After that, let us put heading 3. We can say print. Let's say how to print or download or customer invoice in React.js. Customer invoice in React.js. Perfect. So after that, let us remove this. So here, let us put button. Okay, so here we can say download print slash download okay, that's perfect. So here let us specify the class name. This is btn primal. Perfect. So let us come here. You can see actually I didn't show you how you can link your bootstrap, the bootstrap you have downloaded to your React.js application. So this line number 4 actually link our bootstrap with bootstrap our bootstrap. So as I told you that our bootstrap is present here in CSS, then bootstrap.mini.css. So that's perfect. Okay, so what we actually need to do here, okay, so this is our button, but here let's say React to print. Okay, that's perfect. Then after trigger, here we put our button. Okay, trigger, this is your button. Okay, here content is Okay, component ref dot current. Okay, after that here, let us create a div which we want actually to print. So the name of the div, class name, let me say Motec, never mind with the name. Let us put style. So here we specify the background color. Okay, let me take this color. Say this is our background color, and the color is white. Perfect. After that, what we need to do here is, so here this is style. Okay, so that's perfect. And here this was component ref. Okay, so this is our div. So here we can say press your invoice here to be printed. Press your invoice here to be printed. Perfect. So when I come here, okay, this is perfect. So what happens when I click print? You can see we are able to print. So I assume your invoice will be here, and this is actual how you can print your invoice in React.js. Let me say margin top, let me say 5, and this message should be heading 1. So let me copy. So everything you put here will be printed. So let's come here. You can see press here your invoice. Press here your invoice, it will be printed. Press here your invoice, it will be printed. So that's okay. So once I click here, you can see press here, so that's perfect. This is a preview, then print. So let me say this is invoice 2, save. So when I come here on a browser, open invoice 2. Wow, perfect. You can see, so this is actual, it sum up the end of our today's session. Okay, let me add our invoice router here. So here, let me say this is invoice, and here let me say this is invoice. I hope I'll provide the source code for you guys. Okay, I provide the source code for you on my GitHub account, so you will check below the video description so as you can be able to download the source code. So if I come here, I see the invoice. So this is invoice. When I click print, you can see I'm able to print. What is the difference between here and here is just styling of a table. It's just the difference is only CSS. So thank you so much. Asante sana, muchas gracias, merci beaucoup, muito obrigado, kamza hamida, aita. I've thanked you in 7 different international language. If you found out this tutorial helpful, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. But also do not forget to follow me on my Instagram account. I have provided the link on my YouTube channel. So this is actually my Instagram account, and this is my Twitter account. Please follow me. We connect, we exchange ideas about Python, IT in general, and build the biggest community which help each other. I hope to see you in the coming tutorials.